What up, YouTube? It's your girl. It's your girl. It's your favorite girl. And I'm back at it again with another video.
Yo, real ghetto bitch. Real Atlanta shit. The fuck big we the motherfucking Atlanta. I'm shitting on all these bitches. These bitches can't motherfucking touch me. Big girls, they touch all that shit. And that's just that on that. I'm on a whole nother level. I've been in my bag and I keep getting better. I'm getting richer. That ass getting thicker. My diamonds, they keep getting wetter.
And I don't know if y'all have caught on to like my drifts lately, but like, you know, when I'm sitting down on the couch in a comfortable position, I'm either finna run your ears off or I'm finna give you a story time. Today, I'm giving y'all a story time that is extremely long overdue. This story time, I remember like it happened yesterday. This is probably one of the craziest things that has ever happened to me. And all I'm gonna say is, you could judge me, you could pass your judgments off, you can either leave something in the comment section, you could make a fake page, you could try to bash me, but I really don't care, because at the end of the day, like, I was young, it happened, and I really didn't do anything, so like, you know? Okay, so this is a story time about that time she walked in on us.
Rated R. No one under 17 is admitted without parents.
That means the movie contains scenes not fit for young adults 17 and under without parent supervision.
So this happened to take place when I was in college, and all through college I was dealing with somebody. I remember Jay from my last story time. I was dealing with him while I was in college, but around this time, I think this is right before I left and never came back. So I was just in a space where like I really didn't care about relationships. Like, that was not something I was trying to do, because me and Jay we ended in a very weird little, I don't know, it just ended really weird. So I just wasn't into relationships. So I had this friend, I'm going to call him Ken. So Ken, it was a really good friend of mine. I met Ken my freshman year of college, and we were real cool. Like, we hung out damn near, I'm not gonna lie y'all, we hung out damn near every single day, like every single day. And I never thought about like being with him. Like, I don't know what it was. Like, I never thought about like being with him or like dating him, or I never liked him or anything like that. So I don't know. I really don't know where this came from. Ken was a really good friend of mine, and he had a roommate named P. Now, P was the plug. So we would always like buy from him, and he was already, you know, at the house with our other friends. So we like, you know, let's just stay over here and just smoke with them. Like, we might as well match, whatever. So that became a tradition. Like, we damn near went over there every single day, like, faithfully. So it was a big group of us. Like, when I say I had like 30 friends that we hung out all the time, so everybody was separated. Like, sometimes this group would go over there, sometimes these different people go over there, whatever. Okay, so this story takes place, I want to say 2018. I think this happened in 2018. What is it, 17? Girl, I don't know. It happened so long ago, but I really want to say it was 2018. Yeah, I think it was 2018. Okay, so basically one day, me, Morgan, y'all know Morgan, she was my best friend when I was in college. Me, Morgan, and this other girl we hung out with all the time. She don't really need a name. She's not important. This is what happened. So me, Morgan, and the other girl, we were on campus, and we were like texting, like, yo, they let us out of class early. We ain't got no more classes for us today. Like, what y'all on? So Ken and P replied back like, oh, no. So P replied back and was like, oh, we on camp, you know, what's the word? What y'all trying to do? So we like pull up to the new dorms. So they pull up to the new dorms, and that's where we stayed at. So we come outside and we ask him like, what y'all on? Mad y'all. In Ken's car is a girl. Now, I remember the girl. So I'm like, we're not paying no attention. We just like, oh, y'all trying to smoke? They're like, yeah, trail us back to the house. So we get in our car and we trail them to their house. So we smoke or whatever. Come to find out, this is Ken's girlfriend. So I'm like, oh, we talked to her like she was cool, like, you know, whatever. Boom. Remember that story. That happened. That didn't happen around the time of this actual story time. That happened probably like 7 months before. Honestly, like that probably was like 7 months before. So, boom. Now we back to 2018. So I'm gonna say that took place in 27, like end of 2017. This is like, this is probably like March or April. I think this was around my birthday. Yeah, this was around my birthday. This was April, end of April 2018. I don't know what it was, but like probably that whole month of April, me and Ken was starting to like really flirt with each other. Like we was flirting with each other, and ever since that day that I seen that girl, I never heard of her again, never seen her again. Like, and when I tell y'all, we was over there every single day, and we would be over there for a second. That girl, it just like she disappeared. Like, she disappeared. And I would never flirt with nobody's boyfriend, knowing that they have a boyfriend. Like, I ain't gonna lie, back then, my favorite line was snatches. If he look, he took. But I really am not the type of female. That was more so like to make a bitch mad. Yeah, so around this time in April, we just was flirting so heavy, and like, I don't know, we just was flirting so heavy, like going over there. We was just like, we was vibing. That's all I can say. So one day, Ken texted me and was like, hey, what you doing? And I'm like, nothing, what's up? And he was like, you trying to smoke? So I'm like, yeah, let's, you know, yeah. So I text my friend Shelly and I'm like, what you doing? Like, let's go over there or whatnot. So she's like, yeah, come on. So me and Shelly go over there, and we go, like, we used to hotbox his closet. He had a really big closet. So we used to hotbox his closet. So we in a closet smoking, me, him, Pete, and Shelly. We in there smoking or whatever, just acting so crazy, y'all. He was playing rap songs for us. Like, it was just crazy. Like, we was just having a really good time. So I don't know what actually happened between me and him, but I think he like, I want to say he like touched my ass. I want to say he like touched my booty. Like, I don't even know, y'all. Like, this was so childish. Please do not judge me, y'all. Please do not judge me. So I don't know what happened. I think he did touch my booty or something like that. And I don't know, but that just made me like him. Can y'all stop yelling? Like, these cats is just yelling at each other. Do y'all hear this? Shadow. So me, Shelly, P, and Ken, we was just smoking, and me and him was just fighting really heavy, and you know, like, they peep and seen like, oh damn, they on it with each other or whatever. But that I would say that like kind of sparked us wanting to hang out by ourselves, because we had been flirting. And that day was just like, it was really, really heavy, like really intense. The next day, he hit me up like, you know, do you want to come over? Like, I'll come pick you up so we could just, you know, like chill by ourselves. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know, yeah. So I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, I was having a hot girl moment. Didn't care. And like, you know, people may be like, damn, bitch, you. Yep, it was me. And I'm gonna stick beside my damn self. Don't care. So, whatever. So yeah. So he hit me up. He was like, you know, you wanna come over? And I'm like, yeah, you know, come get me after my class. So he came and got me. We went back to his place. We was talking, smoking, chilling, or whatever. I was over there from probably like, I want to say like 1 till this was probably around like 7. So y'all, we was getting lit. Like we was getting lit. And you know, one thing led to another, and we did that thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna go into details, but we did that thing, and I was sleepy afterwards, y'all. I got tired right after that, so I end up going to sleep. Booty hole naked. I was booty, ball, butt naked, nasty or no, naked, sleep in the bed. He was too. We was both naked, sleep. So all I know is I hear a whole bunch of like people in the living room. But mind y'all, P was there, and P was the plug. So people came all the time to buy stuff. So all I hear is, yo, some, where Ken at? And the voice, I couldn't tell, like, the voice honestly sounded like this boy I knew. That's what I'm thinking, and it woke me up. When I'm the type of person, when I'm sleeping at somebody's house, I don't sleep heavy. Like, I don't sleep how I would sleep in my own house, because I don't know, you know, what can happen type stuff. So, yes. So, all I know is I heard that or whatever, and I'm still kind of in and out of it, so I just, you know, close my eyes again. Next thing you know, the doorknob starts jiggling and the little light beamed. When I tell y'all, that light beam was like this big, Ken flew up out that bed, grabbed his pants, and hit the door so hard in a matter of 2 seconds to where the light barely even hit me in the bed, and his room was not lit up. So y'all don't understand how fast he did all of that. He jumped out the bed, grabbed his pants, and pushed on the door at one time. And he tall, so, you know, whatever, but he's real tall. He like 6 something. So I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the heck? I'm still asleep. I'm like, what's going on? So next thing you know, he started putting on his pants. And all you know is I hear, Ken, what is you doing? Open the door. And I'm like, what the? And y'all, I'm just sitting there. Because one, I wasn't scared. Like, I just was not scared. Like, what you gonna do? Beat me up? Like, that's all you could do. Like, I wasn't scared. So I'm just sitting there in shock, like, what? I'm like, no, that's not a girl. And then she's like, who is up in there? Beating on the door. Who up in there? Who up in there? Open the door. Stop playing with me. Open the door. So then he put his pants on, and he like opened the door and pushed the girl and was like, man, back up. What is you doing? So I'm like, no. I'm still calm because, like I said, it was nothing to be worried about. Like, I didn't do anything. So I'm like, okay, let me get up. I had a dress on this day too. So I just slid my little dress on. I don't know if I put my panties on. I don't know, but I slid my dress on and I called my best friend on FaceTime. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? So next thing you know is I hear everybody leave out the house. Everybody leave out the house. I couldn't really hear what was going on because they was towards front of the house. Everybody left out the house. So I'm like, let me go braid my hair. I opened the door, went into the bathroom while I'm on FaceTime my best friend, telling her like, you know, I'm at this boy house. I just freaked on him. I didn't drive. And it's a girl here acting crazy. So I'm braiding my hair because I'm like, it's about to go down. I'm braiding my hair and I'm just waiting. Like, I'm waiting for, you know, for whatever's gonna happen happens. So I go back in the room and I'm sitting on the bed talking to my best friend, and Pete comes up in the room and he like, Yeah, so she tripping. I'm like, okay. I'm like, who is that? He was like, that's his girl. I said, his girl? I said, he had a girlfriend? I didn't know he had a girlfriend. And he like, yeah. Can you just like hide in the closet? Cause she tripping.
Excuse me, bitch?
Yo! Hide in the closet? What the fuck? When I tell y'all, I started laughing. I started laughing so hard. Like, the closet, like, my boy, are you dumb? Like, dude. Like, the closet.
What?
As if I would never in my life. I don't care if I did know. I'm not getting in no closet for nobody. We either finna fight, you finna be mad, you finna cry, or I'm finna go. Like, I'm not hiding in a closet. What do I look like? So yeah, he like, can you hide in the closet? And I'm like, why would I hide in the closet? I didn't even know he had a girlfriend. Like, I'm not doing that. I said if it's an issue, it could be an issue, or, you know, she can come in here and ask me a question, but that's about it. Like, I don't have time for that. So he just sitting there looking stupid. And I'm like, we're just sitting there looking at each other. So he like, okay. And he go back out there. So I'm like, why is he acting like that? Like, if this is my homie, I'll be laughing like, bro, yo, do you tweak? Like, what? Like, what? And so I'm thinking like, ain't no way that he knew this girl was gonna come over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would he have me come over here and she coming over here? Unless it's a setup, but it's not a setup because he got her outside. So I'm on FaceTime my best friend. I go up in a family room and I sit down. Like, his kitchen and his family room was like combined a little bit. Like, it was like a wall between the appliances, but in the living room and then the dining room and the living room right here. So I go up in the dining room and I sit up at a table and I'm just sitting there with my legs crossed like this, like, don't care. When I went into the family room, when I went into the dining room, I started hearing them arguing outside. And she's just like going 100 bars, like, who is that? Who is that? Like, is you for real? Is you serious? Like, you really gonna do this? And he like, bro, you're tweaking. Like, it's not, he wasn't saying tweaking. He was just like, I don't know what he was saying, but basically saying like, you tweaking. Like, I don't even know why you here. Like, he really was dubbing her. Like, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, he was really treating her like why is you here? Like, for real, he was really treating her. So I'm like, bro, what the is going on? Like, is she being weird, or like they together? Like, I don't know. But then I started hearing another voice, another female. So I'm like, oh hell no. So I'm like, Bestie, let me call you right back. So I called Shelly. I'm like, Shelly, girl, me and what's her name just did it, and a girl walked in on us, and now they outside arguing. And she got a friend with her, like, pull up, cause it's gonna be one of them, and I'm ready to fight, cause she already acting crazy. So Shelly like, okay, I'm on my way. So while with me and Shelly talking, her phone cuts off. So I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm texting like, you good? Like, I'm thinking she got some car accident. Her phone not delivering. So I'm like, bro, what the hell? So then I just got my best friend back, and I'm just like, bro, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, don't nobody know I'm here. Me and Morgan wasn't talking around this time, so I was gonna call her, but I don't know. Like, I wasn't scared, y'all. Like, I was not scared like that. Like, I just called Shelly because that's my sis, and somebody that needs to know what's going on, because in case something crazy that happened. Because I don't know what him and her connection is. But really, I should have called Morgan, because that was my ride or die. And if something go wrong, you know, I always call her. But I know for a fact, this is another reason I didn't want to call her. I knew for a fact if I called Morgan was going to pull up with all our other friends, and we was going to fight. And in that type of complex, police was heavy. So I really didn't want to fight, but I knew if I called Morgan, we was going to fight, because me and Morgan didn't play about each other. Like, you look at her wrong, boop. You look at me wrong, boop. Like, we didn't care. Like, that's really my sis. So if I would have called her, it would have been that. I wouldn't have to say nothing else. She would have pulled up outside with the gang. They would have been out there. They would have started fighting instantly, and then boom, I would have popped outside with the box outside, and we would have got a rocket. But no, I just called Shelly because I really wasn't scared, but I wanted Shelly to come pick me up. That's what it was. I was ready to go. So, or whatever. And basically, like, in case they did try something, at least I knew I was at. So, I'm on FaceTime with my bestie, and we just talking or whatever. So, next thing you know, the door. Y'all, this is so crazy. So, next thing you know, the door opens. And the boy is like, man, you need to leave. Like, you're tripping. She's like, no. I just want to ask. I want to ask him. I want to know what's up. I want to ask him. I want to know what's up. And so she come in there, and I'm just sitting here like this. Y'all would not believe me. When I tell you, I was not worried. Like, I was not worried. So she like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? And she like, okay, so I'm gonna ask you something. I said, okay, what's up? She like, did y'all just freak? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. And she was like, she turned around at him like, so you FMBs now? This is what we doing? Like, you really lame as hell? And they sitting there arguing. So then she turned back to me, and she I forget what the fuck she said to me, y'all. I really do. I think she said something like, I think she started getting loud. Like, I really feel like she started getting loud. And I told her, I was like, look, you getting loud with the wrong person. I said, I didn't know nothing about you. You need to talk to him. She like, how you ain't know nothing about me? How you ain't know nothing about me? What is you talking about? I've seen you before. And I'm like, you seen me before? I said, honestly, I don't remember none of that. But at the end of the day, I didn't know nothing about you. So you need to redirect that energy to him, because at the end of the day, I look dumb just like you. So you need to go on with all of that. So she started getting loud or whatever. She was trying to walk up to me. Y'all, I ain't ready. I ain't gonna lie, I was still sitting down because I don't know, y'all. Like, I'm not scary. So it's like, I'm not gonna do all that knuck if you buck. Like, until a motherfucker get close to me, into my vicinity where my hands can reach, I'm not jumping up. Like, cause you're all that. You doing all of that for what? And then, man, she got a friend with her. So I'm gonna peep game. Like, I'm finna peep game. So she started walking towards me. He struck her. They get to fighting, like, they fighting. He wasn't beating on her, nothing like that. She swinging on him. He trying to, like, grab her and all this stuff. So her friend walks around them, and I put my foot down, and I scoot to the end of the chair, and I'm looking at her, and she just walking with her hands behind her back like this, walking in circles like a weirdo. So I'm like, she finna swing on me. She finna swing on me. So I get up, I get like this, and I'm sitting at the edge of the chair with my feet on the ground, because, you know, just pop up. Yeah. Boom, you know, just, you know, pop up. So she walking around slow as hell in circles like she a mummy or something. So Shorty's weird, what's going on? So then her friend say something like, you act like you really ain't know. You act like you really ain't know. I said, girl, anybody got a lie to y'all? Like, ain't nobody got a lie to y'all. So then her friend just walk off. She didn't do a crumb dot motherfucking cum. So what was all of the wolf for? What was all of the wolf for, sis? I think because motherfuckers seen that I was ready to fight. My hair was braided. Like, I was ready. Like, when I tell y'all it's gonna be me and them, and if that dude didn't help me, it was gonna be me and them, and then him and some bullets. Like, it was one of them. Like, I just didn't care. So, because at the end of the day, me and him was real friends. Like, not even on some, like, I linked with him one time. Like, we've been hanging out for years, y'all. Like, damn near every single day for years. So we were close. Like, we know stuff about each other. Like, we are really good friends. So it wasn't even just off of the strength of, like, we did something. It was just like, nah, you're not gonna do her like that. Like, you know, she really ain't know. And I know he know I didn't know. Because he know me and know that's not how I get down. Like I told y'all, I was messing with Jay for what? For a year. And then before that, I was messing with this other dude. So it was just like heavy, like faithfully, like, you know what I'm saying? So he already knew that. But yeah, so they sitting there arguing, fighting, and all of this stuff. They on the ground, y'all, rolling over, back and forth. He holding her down. He like, bro, get out of my house. You need to get out of my house. Like he just keep telling her to get out and that she crazy. Like, bro, you're crazy. Like, he was just kept calling her crazy. So in my head, I'm thinking like, maybe this really is crazy because her friend ain't jumped. Like, I'm telling you, like, yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna finish the story. So him and her, they arguing. He said he calling her crazy and whatnot. So then, they stand up and she tried to run up to me, y'all. But it was like she was always so far away. Like, I don't even know, y'all. Like, she was like walking towards me, but he kept throwing her on the ground. Like, he kept tossing her, wee, woo, which way? Like, he kept flinging her. Like, I don't know, y'all. It's just so funny. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but basically, that's all they was doing. Like, him and her, they was just arguing and fighting for like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all, they was fighting for like 15 minutes. Like, I was just watching them fight. Like, nothing was happening. Like, I got off the phone with my friends. I should have stayed on the phone with my best friend, but I got off the phone with my friends and I just sat there and watched them fight. Like, what else was I supposed to do? Nobody was trying to fight me. Her friend was just standing there. After she walked around in circles like a weirdo, she just stood there, and then P was just standing there like, damn, like, what's going on? Like, he was confused, and like everybody was just standing there. They was just fighting, and he just kept calling her crazy, and she was just mad at him and crying. So then they end up just leaving, y'all. Like he like grabbed her to drag her out the house. He grabbed her, like dragging her and dragging her and dragging her, and her friend just standing there. Like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. The reason I feel like he wasn't, like, the situation wasn't how it looked is because of the way everybody was acting. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was a couple, like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's just me and my experiences with couples. I feel like people would be doing a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, in the situation, and that wasn't the case. So it was just weird to me. Like, I just really didn't know what was happening. Like, I just did not know what was happening. So he eventually got her to leave or whatever, and I'm just glad my car was not out there because they probably would mess my car up, which was a blessing in disguise. And so I'm just like, what the, like, what just happened? So I asked him, like, so you had a girlfriend this whole time? You didn't say nothing? And he was like, bro, we just broke up. Like, I'm not with her. Like, she tripping. I don't even know why she was over here. And like, she just was tweaking. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, at first I just really didn't know what to believe because what he was saying in front of her, it matches what he just told me. You know what I'm saying? Like, kept calling her crazy, telling her like they don't go together and he could do what he want to do. Like, he was saying all of this in front of her and she was just like flipping out. And I'm like, dudes be lying. So it's hard for me to believe him, and it's hard for me to like articulate like what just happened. Like, I don't even understand what just happened. So long story short, Shelly did not show up. Shelly's phone service had got cut off in the middle of her way over there, so she didn't remember what house it was. So I think she eventually figured out, but we had a friend that lived across the street. I don't know why I didn't just leave and go over there, but like, it didn't happen because I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to fight. Like, I was ready to fight. So yeah, Shelly had found out what house it was and she came over there. So after that, she came over there, hair tied up or whatever, and she just like, what happened or whatever, where they at? And I was like, girl, they left. Like, and I just told her what happened. We go outside to my friend's house and guess what? Got high because it was too much. I had to get high again, girl. I had to get high again. So I'm like, bro, what just happened? I started telling them what happened. They were just like, yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. Like, it was just weird, and it was crazy that happened like that. So before I had left, I went to, if you see this, yeah, I did. So I went back to towards his house and seen his car, and I was like, I wonder if his car doors open. So I opened his car doors, both of them, because he had like the 2-door. I opened his car doors, and I think I stole something out of his car. I stole something out of his car. I think it was a charger or an ashtray. I don't know. It was something that I could use. So I either stole a charger, ashtray, or both. And I left both his car doors open because I wanted his battery to die on him. Yeah. So that was my little get back, but I really wasn't pressed, y'all. Like, I just wasn't bothered by it. I was like, dang, you know, because like I said, it wasn't like that was the first time me hanging out with him. Like, I come over here all the time, so it wasn't nothing like, I don't know, it just wasn't that serious to me. So the next day he hit me up and we was just talking about it, and he was just like, you know, I think he asked to come get me so we could talk or whatever. So we ended up linking again, and we talked, and basically what he told me, it honestly, it was true. I'm gonna tell y'all why it was true. It was true. And after that, we started like being with each other every single day. Like, we was with each other every day. We was talking all the time. Like, we was doing our little thing. Like, we was talking about dating and all types of stuff, y'all. Like, I actually started to like him after the fact. We started like really, you know, hitting it off or whatever. So this now is the end of the semester. Everybody gotta go home for the summertime. So like I said, this happened around like the end of April. So like for a month, we was like talking a little heavy, like it was getting somewhere. So when I got home to Chicago, the plan was for him to come up to Chicago because he had family there. So we just, you know, talking and I'm waiting and stuff, blah, blah, blah. So one day Shelly calls me and she like, did you see Ken's Snapchat? I said, no, what? She's like, he's in a car with a girl. I said, no, he not. I said, I don't see that. And she was like, bro, he had to have blocked you from seeing that because he's most definitely in the car with a girl. So I don't know if screen recording was around, but I think she let me log into her Snapchat so I could see it. And sure, it was a girl, but it was a whole different girl. It was a whole different girl. So then, y'all, I text him like really, like, you're lame and just going off. Never text me back. Blocked me on Snapchat. And then, did he block me on Instagram? I don't think he blocked me on Instagram. I just think like he like just blocked me, like completely blocked me. So the thing was, I was never supposed to go back to A&M. I was never going back that summer. After that semester, I was done. So I think what he thought was like, well, she's not coming back anyway, so blah, blah, blah. Whatever. Guess who showed back up? The first day that I got there, guess who I see? And when I tell you, it was like the man was looking at a ghost. It was like the man was looking at a ghost. I didn't have no hair. I was skinnier. And he was just looking at me like, and I just looked at him like, ugh. Like, y'all, I was not pressed. That was kind of bogus to me, like, you know, lame, but like, I wasn't impressed. Like, it just wasn't that deep. Like, niggas, like, one thing about dudes, they don't know how to be honest, so they just stop talking to you. So I don't take when a dude just stop talking to me, I don't never take that personal. Like, you don't know how to be honest, or you just don't want to talk to me no more, which is you still not being honest. So you feel me? Like, you didn't have to pump my head up. Like, a lot of dudes think they gotta tell you what they think you want to hear for you to talk to them, and it's like, what's the point? Why do all of that so I could talk to you just for you to stop talking to me? Like, what sense does that make? That don't make no sense. Dudes is weird, so it is what it is. But that's all, folks. I know when a dude look back and think like, damn, you know, she's really just that bitch. Like, I am. And I'm gonna do nothing but elevate. Like, so I know you just be looking at me like, damn. Well, that's your loss. I hope you have fun with them bald head wenches, and just know that you know, missed out, and you still cute. But that's all. So make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, like this video for me, give it a big thumbs up, hit that ding that bell so you can know whenever I'm posting something new, and bye.